I get one follower, and then I'm going to begin. I'm going to begin regardless if I have a follower or not. All right. Happy Thursday to everyone. It is a thankful Thursday. Okay, I'm going to give this just a couple more minutes, and then I am going to begin. Or not minutes, a couple more seconds. So when I hit 1 minute, then we're going to get started. And we're going to do our thing so I can get done. I got things to do. What's up, guys? It's your girl Jennio.Vittles with the School of Heat, and class is now in session. Today we are going to be making a very easy and quick baked spaghetti. Not the traditional Italian way, but we're going to do it my way, okay? So what I have done prep time ahead of time is I have prepped some colorful bell peppers. I have orange, red, and yellow. You can use whatever colors you want, green if you have it. And then I have some purple onion cut up. I used about half of the bell pepper of each. And then I also cut up about 5 to 6 cloves of garlic. I minced those fresh, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I have 2 different types of pasta. I'm not sure which one that I want to go with first. I have a fusilli or cavatappa. I really don't know how to pronounce this one. I'm trying to think which one will hold the best sauce the best on here. And I'm really thinking this one. So we're going to go this route today for our spaghetti. So I'm going to take you with me here. I have my water boiling, or it's almost boiling, so hold on. Let me turn it up. It'll be boiling here in just a second, so I'm going to set that to the side. So while I'm waiting, since I have my veggies and stuff cut up, I am going to start sauteing my veggies and get those off to the side so I can get my meat and sauce marinating. So this is the meat I'm going to be using today. I have some ground beef, and then I have a package of sausage here. You can use Italian sausage. They didn't have Italian sausage. I'm just using the regular, whatever they had. So I'm going to bring you with me over here while I saute some veggies and such. Now, the seasonings that I will be using. So first thing I'm going to do is I have my olive oil. I'm going to take you with me and turn you around. Okay, here we go. So into my skillet here, I'm going to add just a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to let that warm up for just a sec first. And then what I'm probably going to do is saute my, you know what? It would be helpful if I turned my stove on. Okay, so I have my stove on now. And I'm going to be sauteing my veggies first. For those of you who are just coming on, we are making homemade baked spaghetti today. I have red onion and yellow bell pepper with some diced purple onion. Hello, welcome to my live. Thank you for joining me today. And then I have some minced garlic here. And then I am going to be dicing up some fresh basil here in just a second. But I want to get my veggies sauteed. So these are the noodles I'm going to go with today. Instead of traditional spaghetti noodles, I'm going to try these. Now my water is boiling now. So, and I do have it heavily salted. So we're going to go ahead and boil our noodles first really quickly so we can get those going. So we're just going to go ahead and pour the whole box in. Give it a quick little stir so it doesn't stick at the bottom. And then we're just going to set that and let it vibe out until my noodles are al dente. Now while I'm waiting here, I'm going to start with my sauteing of my veggies here. I'm going to come in, just going to put them all in at one time. Okay, I think I got them all. And then where's my spoon here? And then I'm just going to start to saute these here just for a bit. Okay. And then I do have my heat on a medium-high heat. I do have a gas stove, so I prefer that over electric, but I have it on a medium-high heat. We're going to saute these for a bit. Thank you. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's your girl, Jennio.Vittles. In the School of Heat, classes in session. So we are making baked spaghetti today. It's not traditional Italian, it's my way, but it's gonna be delicious. So while we are sauteing our bell pepper and onion combo, I'm gonna come in with a little of this butcher's blend. It is salt, pepper, and garlic, just to season our veggies up just a touch, because we do want our sauce flavorful. We want to make a little rich, flavorful sauce. We're not going to add too much seasoning just yet. We're going to go ahead and give that another little saute like so. We do have our noodles on right now. I just put those in. They're going to come to a boil here in just a second. But we're sauteing our veggies up until they get nice and soft for just about 3 minutes or so. In just a second, I'm going to add my garlic in. My minced garlic, I minced about 6 cloves. I do not like to put my garlic in first because it caramelizes quickly, and I don't want them burned in my sauce. Nothing's worse than like a burnt veggie or something in the sauce. Also, I want some spice in there. So I have some chili onion crunch, and I'm going to add a little to this while it sautés. Give me just a sec. I'm probably going to do about 2 teaspoons worth, because this is a smaller spoon. I got my 2 teaspoons in there. Go ahead and give that a little mixy mix until everything's well incorporated. It smells heavenly already, and I haven't even begun to brown my meat or have any sauce or anything just yet. Okay, these are doing just fine. So what I'm going to do next is I have my minced garlic. I'm going to add that to the bowl here. Make sure I get it all out. Hold on just a sec. It's challenging doing this with one hand because I don't have a my what do you call that, stand broke. Okay, I think I got it all. Okay, so anyway, we're going to mix our garlic in with our bell pepper and onion. It is smelling delicious already. And for those of you that are watching, the one that is watching, thank you for being here. If you could please just let me know where you're from. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. So where are you from? It's also the afternoon, so I know it's not going to be too many people tuning in. It's like lunchtime. People are working in the middle of the day. But I'm prepping this spaghetti ahead of time so we can have it for dinner, because I won't have time to be cooking it later. Okay, so next I'm going to be adding sun-dried tomatoes here. I have a julienne cut. I just have a few. I'm going to add these to my veggies as well. The rest of them that were in this pack. And kind of get the flavor going in with those veggies as well for now. Okay, I'm giving that a mix. Is anybody from the United States that's here watching? I think it's really cool that I have people from other countries that watch me, especially since I love different cultures of food and cuisine. And they tune in, they like my videos and stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's amazing. Thank you for the interest. And hopefully my dream is to one day, I always do like videos and such, and I like to go try new food with my family, is to one day be able to do my own little cooking show where I get to travel the world, different cultures and cuisines and such, and I get to do little small cooking lessons from them so I can bring it back here and try in my recipes, pay homage to different cultures and things. I love it. Okay, just like this is Italian, but I'm making it my way. A lot of people don't understand the fish and spaghetti aspect, where Italians and people in the South, this is in America, this is back in the day, when Italians were migrating here, they brought over spaghetti, and obviously the Southerners, they were frying fish, and they adapted different cultures of food within each other, and that's how they got fish and spaghetti. And that's why so many people, especially down south, love to make spaghetti. They make it a little differently, but that's how you combine cultures of food. Okay? Okay, my veggies are getting quite soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out of the pan. and set them to the side really quickly so I can brown my ground beef. I'm going to attempt to do this without burning myself. Okay. And then I only sauteed these, for about maybe 5 minutes or so. My noodles will be done here in just a second, al dente. I'm going to drain them, and then I'm going to put them in my pan with just a little olive oil. So I did say this is baked spaghetti. We're not going to finish it off on the stove. That means I'm going to mix my meat into my sauce, and then I'm going to mix my sauce within my noodles and then bake it all at one time. And I'm going to top it with some delicious hand shredded mozzarella cheese. Okay. So anyway, how's everybody's day going so far? Thank you for the ones that are joining me. I do appreciate it. I actually am just now getting accustomed to doing lives. I have no problem speaking in front of people or I've been on TV a few times cooking and such. But I don't know, sometimes my nerves get to me on live and I just don't do them as often as I should. But I'm trying to do better with that. So that's why I'm like, it's midday. Some people may be home and they want to watch. Why not get some practice in right now? So I'm going to leave the rest of that, what I have right now, just the best I could. So hold on just a sec. Excuse my little messy station. This is the sausage I'm going to be using. And then I have some ground beef. I'll be using this right here. I have, it's almost 2 pounds. I'm going to turn my camera around. Give me 1 sec. So I can get my meat in there. Okay, hello, welcome. For those of you who are just seeing my face. First, I'm going to get the remainder of these veggies out of this pan because we don't want them burned. The only reason I'm taking my veggies out instead of sauteing with the meat like I normally do is because this meat is kind of like a higher fat, and I'll have to drain it, and I don't want any of my veggies coming out. And I want to keep all the flavor, so, and I season it in layers, so that is why. Okay, so I'm going to put my ground beef in. I'm going to put the whole thing in. And I'll turn my camera back in just a sec. And then I have my sausage. Now, I wish I had Italian sausage. At the grocery store, they only had regular. If I can get a hold of this, that would be fantastic. At the store, they only had this regular pork sausage, which you do just fine. And I'm probably only going to use like half a pack of this. Hello, welcome. Thank you for involving me. Let me know in the chat where you guys are from. So I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, I'm going to use about half of that. Let me toss this really quickly. Okay. So let's get our camera turned back around so we can see we have our ground beef here and our ground sausage. I'm just going to break it up just a little, give it a few minutes to brown. As you can see, some of that oil is coming off already, and that is why I season my meat and veggies separately so I can drain the fat in there. Okay, so I'm just going to fold some of that sausage into the ground beef. I'm going to let it sit for just a few minutes, and while I am waiting, I'm going to check on my noodles, which are almost al dente. I'm going to drain these here in just a sec, and then we're going to put them in our pan. Drizzle with a little olive oil, and then we're going to wait and finish our delicious rich sauce that we're going to make here. Okay? Delicious. Now, I am going to season my meat here with just a little of this butcher's blend, which is salt and pepper with cracked pepper and garlic. So I'm going to season my ground beef. I'm not going to put a whole bunch of seasoning in here because I just said we're going to drain the beef here in just a second from the oil, and we don't want to lose our flavor. So we're just doing some very basics right here, and then we're going to build on flavor. So I do have my heat on a medium-high heat right now. Okay. This meat is browning up really quickly, which is great. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, and actually that's why I said I love all different types of cultures, because, you know, they think soul food is just for black people, and it's not, because different cultures, their home cooking, anything that is a labor of love, you building on flavors and different things like that, they take a long, not necessarily a long time, but a labor of love is soul food to me. But you know, I like I love all different types of cuisine. Right now, my son and I's favorite cuisine is we love Korean food. Um, he loves like garam masala. And like on Wednesdays, sometimes we'll get like sushi, as he likes it as a snack. I'm like, that's not a snack, it's a meal. But we like just all types of different things. We love Mexican food, and all those different cultures, they all come with, you know, toasting peppers or grinding up your own spices and different things like that, you know. Is my son in school? Yes, it's midday right now. I'm in Cincinnati. I'm not sure where you are, but most people are like working and stuff right now. I'm just going live today for the first time, especially on YouTube. Because I haven't, I'm just trying to get in the practice of going live. Sometimes I get a little nervous. Not for people, but I get a little nervous on lives. I can do anything else. I can go on TV and do stuff, but lives is where I draw the line, apparently. Okay, my noodles are done. Give me just a sec. I'm going to drain these. So where are you guys watching from? Ooh. Okay, my glasses are getting soggy. Free facial. Okay. So let me move this over here. So what we're going to do really... Oh, Missouri. Okay, very good. How's the weather over there in Missouri right now? I know it is nice and hot outside today. It's finally warming up. I'll do it this way so you can see. So I decided not to use spaghetti noodles. I wanted to do something different. So I have a different type of noodles that will still be able to hold the sauce well. And then I'm just going to drizzle with just a touch of olive oil while it's sitting and waiting for my sauce to get done. Okay, and because we don't want a dry noodle. We're not doing anything dry. Now you know it's hot when you describe the heat as toasty. Okay. I probably should have boiled two things of noodles, but it's all good. Okay. So I have my noodles. They're going to wait over here on the side while I finish my sauce. And we're almost done. I'm not going to bake this just yet. I'm just, let me clean up my mess. I do like to clean as I go. That is my pet peeve. I have some fresh basil here. I'm going to dice a little, or cut a little of this while my meat is browning. Maybe a couple leaves. It smells delicious. Let's do 4. Okay. So I have about 4 basil leaves here. We're going to put these in the sauce. What I'm going to do is just roll them up. If you can see. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to slice it like so. Okay. Separate it just a touch. Now we got our fresh basil. Now if we take a look back over here at our meat, it is almost time to drain. And actually I like to put it like in a, I'm going to show you a little trick I do here. So instead of putting my hot oil in a container or down the drain like some people do, if you just take a piece of, what do you call this? Foil, and put it in the sink of the drain like this so it doesn't go down. Hold on. Put it in the sink like this. I'll put my drain on top, And then my grease will drain right directly into there, so it's easy cleanup. I'll just fold up the foil and all the oil is in there. Okay, so you see my meat here is very oily. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there without making a mess. Attempt to. And then we're almost done. And then this doesn't take long either. I love a dish that is not going to take all day, especially if I have lots of things that I need to get done for the day. Okay, and I have to go get my son from school, so I need something quick. And this is a meal that stretches, especially if you need like a budget-friendly meal or something like that. Okay, I have drained my meat here. I'm going to put my meat back into my skillet. If I have it on the fire, that would be great. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to turn you guys around with me. And let me show you what I was talking about. So all the oil that I just got off my, all the oil I just drained is in this foil. So when I clean it up, all this wouldn't have gone down the sink and we wouldn't have made a mess. Okay, so now I have my ground beef in here. It's not quite all the way finished, which is just fine because we want to add our veggies in so those flavors can start to marry together. And then we're going to season. So then I have my sauteed, well, hello, my sister's on here. Yay. I have my sauteed bell peppers, onions, and garlic, and sun-dried tomatoes. Yes, it is a very handy hack. You don't have to be buying those, what do you call those grease things that are like $20? And then to throw it away, you can just get some foil for like $2. And then you can toss it. You won't have a mess. And you're still not hurting the environment. Okay, so we're going to mix our ground beef and our sauteed veggies within each other. Now remember, I do have, I did season the meat and the the veggies separately with salt, pepper, and garlic pepper. That's all we've done so far. Now we're going to start to season, okay? Because we're not doing lack of flavor ever. So, I have just a little pack, a half a pack of this, I have a little pack of this Saison left. If I can get it out. Hold on just a second, guys. Okay, technical difficulties. Sorry about that. This is why it's important to have a, there we go. This is why it's good to have a, what do you call those little tripod things? I guess a tripod. Okay. So, this is also going to go to the seasoning. I do have these jars here. This is the sauces that I get from the store. They are good for a base, but let me tell you, for my taste palette, they are bland. So I'm going to be seasoning those up myself. Okay? So we can season our meat. That's not what I'm trying to season with just yet. So what I have right here is brown sugar bourbon. This tastes really good. It gives a good balance of like the sweet, savory, and salty. And I'll say I'm using maybe about 2 tablespoons. People always ask for a direct thing. I don't really know. I'm seasoning till the spirit tells me to go ahead and rest my hand. Okay, so I'm sauteing here. I still have my heat on medium-high heat. Thank you so much. It's going to be really tasty as soon as we finish this sauce here. Okay, it's getting real good. I probably should have used a bigger pot. Actually, I may do that because I don't want to mess. Well, we'll see. Hold on just a second, guys. Let's try to distinguish. This is the pot I was just doing my, noodles in. I may just put my sauce in there. I think we're going to go that route. And I'm going to put you down here. Okay, here I am. Now I'm hands-free. Even better. Okay, so I'm thinking I may Okay. So I have two different sauces I'm going to use. I'm only going to use two. I have chunky garden combination. Oh, if I can open it. Good grief. And then I have, what else do I have here? Garlic and onion. So they usually have roasted garlic in here, which I like because I didn't have time to be roasting garlic. I said this is a quick recipe. Okay? Now listen, there's still sauce in here, the good stuff. We're not going to waste anything. So we're going to fill these jars with just a little water. Give them a shake and we're going to replenish. So give me just a second. Let me put some water in here. Okay? So you don't have to do too much. Then give it a little shake. Because we don't waste anything around here. And then look, I still got so much left. So I got all my sauce out of there. Then I can go ahead and toss those out. Okay. Now we got our sauce. But sometimes I like to, this is a little thin, so I like to use like tomato paste. I don't have any tomato paste, so we're going to improvise. I do have some no sugar added tomato ketchup, which works just the same. I don't know why people don't think that you can use ketchup. It's literally the same thing, just a thinner version. Okay, so we're going to put some of this in here. Maybe 2 tablespoons. That's going to thicken it up a little. And then we are going to season, which is my favorite part. Okay, coming in first and foremost, the best low sodium seasoning, all-purpose seasoning is Niger Grill. I use it literally on everything. You can see it on many recipes on my page, on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You see me talk about this all the time because it's literally the best. Okay, I'm going to season. It looks like a lot is coming out of here. It's not. I'm going to maybe do about 2 tablespoons worth. Then I want a little spice to my sauce, so I'm going to add just a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. Not too much with that, maybe a teaspoon. I'm going to add maybe about a teaspoon of ground paprika. Yes, yes. Then I have very little garlic powder. I'm disappointed about, which is why I got the sauce with the garlic in there. I'm going to use the rest of that. I need to go to the grocery store and get some stuff. That's why this is mostly stuff that I've been using. But I do have this roasted garlic and herb. We're going to add that to our sauce. Maybe a tablespoon to 2. I use 2 jars, so it may sound like it's a bunch of seasoning, but it really is not. Okay, because you're also mixing meat and such in there. If you don't want bland food, you got to know how to season. Okay, and all this is not sodium in there. Like onion and garlic powder, there's no sodium and stuff in there. We just used the low sodium seasoning, so we got to put some of the sodium in too, okay, to taste. Onion powder. Okay. That acts like it didn't want to come out. Did I have all my seasons, I think? I'm going to put a little bit of this burger blend and salt and pepper in here because I didn't put any salt in. A few shakes of that. Then I have some oregano. We have some dry. Okay, well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, and maybe you can meet me back here one day. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. Okay, I'm going to do some dried oregano in there. And then, last but not least, I know some people don't agree with this, but I am putting in a couple pinches of brown sugar because you have to think it's going to be delicious because it was made with love. And if they don't enjoy it, they don't have a choice. Thank you. But I'm going to put 2 pinches of brown sugar in here. It's not going to be sweet. It's just going to give it a nice, good balance. Hello, hello. I hope you're having a good work day today. You're not overworking you. Okay. Now I'm going to add my fresh basil I just chopped. I'm going to add that to the pot. And then I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see what I have going on here. Okay, multitask. Okay, so we have our ground beef here, which is looking delish. We're going to go ahead and turn that off. We're going to add it to the sauce here in just a sec. But here is our sauce with our seasoning. We're going to go ahead and give that a mixy mix. Be gentle with it so it's not popping up. As soon as I said that, it popped out of the thing right on the floor. Okay. Now, always, when you're cooking, you want to give it a taste test, especially in your flavor. Is it too salty? Is it too whatever? Is it mixing something? So let me see here. Let me see. Okay. Did my thing per usual. It's hitting where it is. Okay? Yes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add my ground beef to my sauce and let it all marry together. So let me put y'all down here for a minute again. Look, I'm multitasking today too. Ooh, ooh. I'm multitasking today too. Okay, let's see if I can carefully put my meat in here. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, almost there without a mess. Awesome, I did it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera back around here. Now I have my meat and my sauce mixed together. This is looking and smelling heavenly. I'm just going to let this simmer together for just a few minutes. Now listen, when you guys are cooking, are you cleaning as you go? Because I definitely like to. Today, I didn't really get to clean as I go because I'm filming at the same time. But I'm going to let this simmer here for just a second. We're going to do one last little taste test because I did add the meat in to make sure our flavors are where they need to be. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's our sauce. It's looking good. Nice and rich. Oh, that's going to be delicious. It has a little spice. Not too salty, not very sweet. Then basil's going to hit as soon as it simmers in there. That's why I'm going to, I cooked it ahead of time. I can't be able to get my hands off of it already. Okay, be with me for a second, guys, so I can clean up. I'm going to put you down. Right here. Here's all the sauces that I used. I'm going to go ahead and put those back into the cabinet so I can clean up. Now, sometimes I like to make a delicious roasted garlic cheesy bread, but I don't have the time, and I also get the bread. So, they're SOL today. But I did get, they're going to have a side salad with dinner, so that's still going to be delish. Okay? Now, I am going to leave out my parsley because we're going to top that in just a sec. So, I have my trash here. Yeah, I mean, they don't give what they want. I did hand grate this cheese. This is mozzarella. We're going to top the tops of that. Now, listen. Hand grate your cheese. It makes a huge difference on the taste and how it melts because when you buy that pre-shredded cheese, it has that waxy coat on there. It is disgusting. And also just takes a few minutes to just do it yourself. A little labor of love. Okay. Let's throw our stuff away here. I got my bag. Okay. Sounds like I'm breaking something. If you wanted to know the noodles I use, this is the noodles that I use for the sauce here. Okay. Just going to break this box down just a sec because we recycle. Save the planet. Okay. And then I'm going to dispose of my grease just by folding it up. No mess, no muss, no fuss. I think that's what they used to say. I don't know who they is, but I think that was the saying, no muss, no fuss. Okay, so now my grease is cleaned up without a mess or going down the sink. My sauce is simmering. I'm gonna wipe my area here. Uh-oh, I'm making a mess because nobody likes a mess. And then I'm gonna bring my pan over so you guys can see how we're gonna finish. There's no labor in your love. Okay, well, shredded cheese it is then. Okay, it's the thought that counts. All right, give me just a sec. I'm gonna finish wiping my area here. We're gonna bring our noodles over. Then we are going to put our noodles in, top with cheese, top with a little of that parsley. Oh, you know what? I have some fresh parsley, but it's too late. I'm not about to chop anything else up. Okay. Here's my noodles. This is why I put just a little olive oil in there so they don't stick together. Let's take a look at our sauce. Beautiful, rich. Okay, you see those fresh sauteed veggies in there? That's why we do that. You know it's gonna be delish. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this off. It's simmered enough, or it's simmered as much as it's gonna simmer with your girl for today, because I got things to do. And then we're gonna bring it over. Let's see if I can do this carefully. Wish me luck. Listen, let me tell y'all, putting some fresh basil in your tomato sauce is gonna hit every time. Okay, I'm gonna pour my sauce. I'm gonna pour all of it in. We're not gonna skimp. Okay. Ooh wee. Okay. Now I've got my stuff in here. I'm just gonna you see my noodles. I'll turn you around so you can see. Thank you. You said I did a successful job. Okay, so I'm just gonna get my noodles. I'm gonna mix it throughout carefully. I say carefully, and then look how I'm doing it. Make sure you get sauce over all your noodles. We're not doing a dry noodle in the house. Okay. We don't lack on flavor. We're not having dried noodles, not dry food, nothing. Okay. So this is looking delightful. And then what I'm going to do is just take the back of my spoon and then just kind of flatten it out so I have a flat surface. Okay. All right, all right. How's that looking? Like a beauty, right? Okay, period. So I'm going to take some of my shredded, right, no ashy noodles at all. We're not gonna skimp with the cheese. Now, usually what I like to do is I like to get some Velveeta cheese, slice into little cubes, and put it throughout my spaghetti to add that extra cheesy creaminess, okay? But I forgot to get that this time, so we're just doing cheese topped on top for today. It's still gonna hit, okay? We're gonna use all the cheese all over here. We almost finished. And guess what? From start to finish, we did this in about 30 minutes. And that was from introductions and everything. So it's not going to take you long if you're cooking this after work or for your family or whatever. Okay? That's what I mean by a quick meal. If you want it quicker, just boil you some hot dogs and call it a day or something. I don't know. But this is a quick meal that stretches. Okay? Now, we have our cheese on top here, our fresh mozzarella, so you know what's gonna hit when I do bake this tonight. Now we have to do like our food sprinkle. Right, hot dogs. Okay, we got to do our food sprinkles, parsley, of course. We're just gonna put it over the top. It just adds a little razzle dazzle because I love razzling and I love dazzling. Okay, we're gonna put that over the top here. Boom. Then we're going to cover this bad boy up. Let the sauces and stuff sit for a few hours until I bake it this evening. And voila, look at that. Boom. Perfect. I want to thank you all for joining me while I made some baked spaghetti. It's your girl Jennio.Vittles with the School of Heat. Class is now finished. Make sure you meet me back here next week, maybe the same time during lunchtime, because I go live on TikTok on Thursday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's do 7:30. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on TikTok. Jennio.Vittles, Jennio.Vittles, same name as on here. Thank you for supporting your girl. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, especially as I'm getting more comfortable with the lives. And tell everybody we got heat over here. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you, Robin, teacher over here. And I'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful day.